So this is the very first chord, which is an E minor chord, wherein my middle finger is on the second fret of the A string and my ring finger is on the second fret of the D string, and I'll play all the strings. That's an E minor chord. I'm just going to practice all individual strings like this to see whether if all the strings are sounding like that. If the strings are getting muted like this, that is because I'm not pressing it hard enough from my left hand. So I'll have to keep playing the string with my right hand, and I keep working on the left hand till the time the sound comes out of that string. Only then I'll move to the next string. If this is what's happening for the G string, that's probably because my ring finger is touching the G string. So I'll keep adjusting till the time it is sounding, and so I'll keep practicing it till the time it sounds. So this is an E minor chord. So this is E minor. If I add my index finger on the first fret of the G string, that becomes E major chord. From the E minor chord, just adding the first finger on the first fret of the G string makes it an E major chord. Let's go to the next chord, which is A major chord. Just taking these two fingers on D and G strings, same fret, which is fret number 2, and I'm going to add my little finger on second fret of the B string. So now my middle finger is on the second fret of D, ring finger is on the second fret of G, and little finger is on second fret of the B string. And if I play all the strings like that, that's an A major chord. Going to A minor chord from A major chord, just release the little finger from the second fret of the B string and put the index finger on the first fret of the B string. This gives us A minor chord. Let's go to the next chord, which is a D major chord. So this is a D major chord. My index finger is on second fret of the G string, my middle finger is on second fret of the high E string, and my ring finger is on the third fret of the B string. And the thing that you have to remember about this chord is you are not supposed to play the low E string for playing this chord, because that note is absent in a D major chord. So you can either start from the A string or you can start from the D string, like that or like that. To go from this D major chord to D minor chord, I will put my middle finger on the second fret of the G string and put my index finger on the first fret of the high E string, and the ring finger will remain as it is, which is on the third fret of the B string. This is a D minor chord. Even for a D minor chord, I'm not playing the low E string. You can either start from A or the D string. Let's go to the next chord, which is a G major chord. So this is the open shape of a G major chord, wherein my middle finger is on the third fret of the low E string, index finger is on the second fret of the A string, my ring finger is on the third fret of the B string, and my little finger is on the third fret of the high E string. You can also lift the ring finger and put it on the high E string. Even this is a G major chord. If I have to play the same exact shape, I can just change the fingers to this. Even this is another shape of a G major chord. Let's go to the next chord, which is a C major chord. This is an open shape of a C major chord. My ring finger is on the 3rd fret of the A string, middle finger on 2nd fret of the D string, and 1st finger on the 1st fret of the B string. And I'll start from A string just to check whether if all the strings are sounding. This gives us a C major chord.